There we go. Oh yes. Guess who's back? I wasn't fired yet. I'm still getting paid to do these videos that no one watches, so it's great. Today I'm going to do something that I discussed it with João, the other Portuguese guy that doesn't know how to speak English. Today I'm going to break down my directing process. Guys, I advise you that before you see this video, you need to go see the short. If you not watch that, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. The checklist. We'll go right to the script first. So after we having a pool of different scripts, we found one that we all enjoyed. There were some things that in the story that I didn't like, so it's very good to find a screenwriter that is not mad for altering the script. He needs to be very open about tampering with his work. Sorry, it's not COVID, I hope. You sit down with the screenwriter and you write something that you both like, you as a director. Okay, after that, what do you need? You have a crew, you have a script that you like, you need to cast your actors. This was quite funny because Enrico worked with me in an Italian restaurant. I used to pay my bills working at the Italian restaurant because London is expensive as fuck. So we were talking about acting and I discovered he's an actor and I'm like, okay, that's great. Once I read the script, I thought like, okay, no dialogue, so it won't be problematic to have like English with Italian kind of accent. And I said, he has a nice look to this. I present this to the screenwriter and she loved it. So yeah, we had our actor. Then what did we needed to do? So we scout different locations. This is cool because when you're studying in London, I was walking from university to work and I saw this alley really kind of dangerous, mysterious kind of look. It's what I want for the first shot. Then we managed to have this kind of a division of his house. It was a shed, so this location was good as well. And then we managed to get a pub, a bar, like a really fancy bar, because the actor that we casted knew the restaurant owner. Yeah, he said like, oh, I have a restaurant, I'm going to ask the guy. The guy's really chilled, and he was. We went there. We broke 2 glasses and we didn't pay for shit. So it's great, right guys? Okay, I don't know how you work as a director. What I do normally is once I read the script, I try to visualize something, right? I try to grasp something out of it. A storyboard, it wasn't me drawing because I'm really shitty drawing it like at all. The person that draw this was the screenwriter and also the first AD. Luckily for me, I was seated next to her saying, okay, I want this shot to be like this, I want this shot to be like that, and she would start to draw. And everything was drawn out. I also did a floor plan that to me it's really important, and also for the cameraman and the gaffer to understand, okay, here's my character, he comes from here to here. So I think the floor plan is like really handy. So now let's go to the video. Here we go. We open up with a shot of a newspaper on the hand. Yeah, so it's a very close-up, which is kind of odd because you open a film with a wide shot, but I decided to put the audience in this place of not knowing what the is going on. So we have the newspaper, cut, bam, we see a guy. I think it's a guy, or no, it's a guy, yeah, it's a guy, and he's breaking everything. So okay, we start to see his face. He starts to calm down, and okay, he's a lot calmer, and he leans against the wall, and bam, we go to a close-up. So in terms of this sequence, I decided to have a really close-up, and the character itself is going to open the shot. It's not the camera that goes back, no, he goes away from the camera and opens the shot. We have a lot of jump cuts that as an editor I did to have this kind of rhythm that we needed for this scene. So jump cut, and we have this idea of we don't understand what's happening, and the camera accompanies him in this mad kind of rage. So we have this, it couldn't be a camera on a tripod. You see, it couldn't be something stabilized. It needed to be on the shoulder, like a shoulder rig. And I told João to have this bouncy camera when he's going with him, like everywhere, as we can see here. So, bam, we have this first shot. He kicks everything, the camera goes to his foot, goes to his face, and then closer, and we have these jump cuts, a lot of things happening, and we're confused, just like our character. So this was my main idea for this one. Okay, so then he calms down. As he calms down, the camera moves closer. We no longer need to see his action. We don't need a wide shot. Now we need to be in his face, trying to understand what he's going through. And the camera isn't frontal. The camera isn't like in his face. The camera needed to be on a profile because we're not part of this story. Not just yet. We still don't know who this guy is. Why is he like this? We have no idea. So the camera isn't fully understanding this. The audience isn't not understanding this. He lights his cigarette and then... Okay, an idea. That moment, that pause right there was an idea of something. So when directing your actors, you need to be very confident on this. You need to know your story really well. To me, a director needs to know how to act. Yes, because then you can speak the same language as the actor. Go to an acting course. You need to understand what an actor goes through. So then you can understand how to communicate with him. Okay. He goes, he picks up something, it's out of focus, we still don't know what's happening, and then we have this nice shot, I would say. We can see this, it's him, it's his jacket, he turns on a light, he puts the newspaper down, what he picked up, he picks up a frame of a picture, and why is everything in the close-up? Why is everything in one shot? Why? Because we don't need to see his face, we don't know his face yet. We don't know a lot about him. So now what we're seeing is his hands, and he's literally digging his past. We go, he looks for something, he takes the notebook, then he closes the box, and then we have a really shitty match cut that we tried to do. It didn't work quite well, guys, sorry for that. But I really wanted to do a match cut to have this transition of him already being in the pub. Okay, so this first shot that we have here, it's a match cut, as we can see, but then he gets the glass. We go to the next shot, and again we don't see his face. This could be like a frontal shot, and we could see him, but we can't, because we don't know who he is. We don't understand shit of the story so far. He puts down his liquor, and then we have finally some information in the newspaper. We finally see his face, like, for the first time we see his face almost frontally, because we're now getting in his world. And it's a low shot. It's a low shot because we don't know yet. We are kind of inferior to him in the fact that we have no idea what's going on. And then we have some more important information. Then we have his face like, okay, this is something major, something is going on. He goes to the notebook that he picked up, and as he goes for the notebook, we can see some drawings from his childhood, as we can see. And this is funny. This is what I wanted. And I asked my actor to have this. When you're doing a sad scene or an emotional scene, it doesn't need to be tears all the time. Actually, having someone laughing before they cry has a much bigger impact. So I asked him, don't look at the notebook just with a sad face. No, you enjoy those memories. You're looking to something old that you have. This is kind of like, look at me, like I'm so shitty drawing this. I was so happy back here drawing these awful drawings. So this was why this laugh was so important. In terms of editing, I needed to use it. So then he starts to get a bit more serious. Then it kicks in a little bit more. And then, okay, me and mom happy. Okay, we start to get emotional, and then, bam, he sees something. It's really important to have some light that is like directly in the eyesight of the actor, because the pink in the eyes is really important for tears, so you can see the tears, otherwise you wouldn't be able to see this. So this little detail like blows up the whole scene, and now we know it's something really emotional to him. I didn't ask him, you need to cry. No, I said, this is something deeper. This is your mom. You thought she was dead, and maybe she's not. This is a big deal. So you need to hit these ideas instead of saying you need to cry, you need to be angry. You need to feel this to the actors, so they can use that fuel that you gave them to become something powerful. You're fueling their power, basically. Then we get to discover what is going on. He gets something out of the pocket. And okay, so now we see my checklist. It was his checklist, his childhood checklist. And then you have the same picture that was in the journal, you have it here. So you start to have a link between both things. And then he starts to write something. And this is a mystery. Why did I did this shot really a close-up shot? Because our attention needs to be right there with him. And I didn't show just yet. I didn't reveal that to the audience just yet. Gets the pen and then bam, we have it. We can see a picture of his mom and we can understand that she is his mother when we see Find Mom. And now you start to understand that, okay, that rage on the alley was because his mother that was supposed to be dead, it's alive. He decides, see this look? This is the look of a decision and a smile of finally having an idea of what am I going to do next. He closes the notebook. Okay, he looks at it. He looks at the picture of her. And this is what I'm going to do now. He downs his drink and yeah, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. He leaves, bam. We're here with credits. Credits is also an important thing in terms of editing. I decided to have this kind of almost like a pen writing the credits. And as you can see, direct edit, and then we have actually a checklist. This was I think it's a good idea. Try to have your credits according to your film somehow, okay? It's important. Waste your time on credits. So I guess this is it. Hopefully you're still there, and I try to be as quick as possible, but I talk a lot. So yeah, guys, that's it. Just go. Go do something. Go shoot something, god damn it. Christ, guy, just because of COVID, they think they can do nothing. God damn it. Now I'm walking to the camera to turn it off. It's embarrassing.